Good evening and welcome to WPDE's National Signing Day 2012. I'm Rich Crampanis. On tonight's show, we'll cover every one of the players in the News Channel 15 viewing area who inked with the college of their choice. We're going to get started with 4 WPDE All-Zoners who signed with Division 1A institutions. Let's get rolling with Dillon Wildcats wide receiver Quinton Smith. He has signed with the South Carolina Gamecocks. The WPDE Zoman finalist averaged 22 yards a catch in his senior season, and he made the Shrine Bowl. He doubled as a dangerous return man for head coach Jackie Hayes. At 6'3", Smith turned down offers from LSU, Auburn, Florida, Alabama, and Notre Dame to ink with the Gamecocks. Mark Haggard spoke with Quinton Smith earlier today.
I'm here with Quinton Smith, South Carolina Gamecocks signee. You did it. You committed, and then you signed. South Carolina Gamecocks wide receiver. Tell me why.
I feel like it was the best fit for me. Being around those guys is like family oriented, and I feel like it's the best chance for me to get up there early and play. Okay,
the star receiver, Alshon Jeffrey, already declared for the pros. You've talked to Alshon a little bit, and they're telling me maybe you're the heir apparent.
Yeah, I talked to him. He's just telling me to carry on the tradition, start a new brand, and just make history there and do what you got to do.
There's a lot of great things going on at South Carolina right now. Did that make you want to go there even more?
Yes, sir. The thing there is we trying to make history. So the group of guys that's there now and the group of guys that's coming, we feel like we got a good chance of making history there.
What are your personal goals? What do you want to get accomplished in Columbia?
First and foremost, get a diploma and graduate, and then football goals. I have numerous, but most I try to get the SEC championship first, and then if a national championship comes available, try to win that too.
And what's your major?
Sports business.
Wow, he's got it all down pat. Quinton Smith, wide receiver, South Carolina Gamecocks. Get used to it.
All right, Mark, thanks so much. 6'2" Hemingway wide receiver Jabrill Solomon has signed with the East Carolina Pirates. Solomon was a game breaker in high school for the Hemingway Tigers. He caught 22 TD passes over the last 2 seasons. Solomon made the Shrine Bowl and garnered offers from the likes of Clemson, Nebraska, and North Carolina State. Solomon chose East Carolina because of the Pirates' reputation for throwing the football.
I am here with Jabrill Solomon, wide receiver, Hemingway High, but no longer Hemingway. It's going to be the East Carolina Pirates.
Yes, sir, East Carolina Pirates.
Why East Carolina? I know they like to throw it around a lot, but tell me why East Carolina.
East Carolina, they show me a lot of love, and you know they help me out with school a lot. So, and they put me at receiver where I want to basically play. So I pick East Carolina.
They run that spread, and boy, do they run it well. You want that football, I know. But what have they told you your freshman year? Are you going to play right away?
Yes, sir. They told me I'll be able to play right away. I'll start my summer sessions over the summer, and then I'll work out with the team, and I'll be able to play my freshman year.
What do you want to get accomplished there in terms of not only on the football field but also in the classroom?
Well, you know, I'm going for sports management. I'm trying to get my college degree. You know, if I don't make it to NFL, be successful in life, give me a job, probably coach a little team or something.
All right, Jabrill Solomon, the man with the plan, going to East Carolina.
Thank you, Mark. Myrtle Beach High defensive end Tyler Knox will play for the North Carolina State Wolfpack this fall. Southern Cal, Miami, Oklahoma State, and South Carolina made offers, but the 6'5", 225-pound Knox held firm with his commitment. Knox led the Seahawks with 21 tackles for loss in his senior season.
All right, we're here with Tyler Knox, Myrtle Beach High defensive end, heading off to NC State to play for those Wolfpack.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was a great program and everything. They treated my family well. Like, when I went up there, they showed me lots of love. They got an academic program. I got to know the coaches real well, and they got to really know me, like an understanding point and everything. And I'm ready to be up there right now.
What are they telling you right away? I know they like your frame, 6'5", a little bit on the light side at 230 pounds, but I know they want to add some beef to you.
Yeah, about coming out there around July the 1st, trying to get the workout in, beef up and everything, and then Georgia Dome against Tennessee.
Really? Now, will you play right away?
They saying that I will.
Wow. What else? What about the books? What about school? What are you going to study?
I'm thinking about being a businessman, probably owning your money and everybody else's money.
Really?
Counting y'all money.
All right. Tyler Knox, Myrtle Beach High, heading off to NC State. Wolfie.
Wolfie indeed. Another Myrtle Beach High senior has signed with a major college. Offensive tackle TJ Jones will play in the SEC with the Kentucky Wildcats. Jones was a big part of the Seahawks offensive line, and the Wildcats are excited about this 6'6", 290-pounder who displays excellent footwork for a big man. Mark Haggard spoke with the future Wildcat.
I'm here with Myrtle Beach High offensive lineman TJ Jones. He has just signed with the Kentucky Wildcats. Why Kentucky?
Because first off, it's a great program, and they treated my family well, and just ready to go play football.
I know what they like about you. 6'6", 290.
Yes, sir. Great size and mobility.
Yeah, you can move your feet well. I know why they recruited you, but why did you want to go to Kentucky?
Because first off, it was a great program. Everybody treated everybody well. They treated my family well, and I just went with what I thought.
What have they told you your freshman year right off the bat?
They told me to just come in and work hard and expect nothing than the best.
Okay, let's talk about school. What are you going to study?
I'm going to study business.
Wow. In terms of what long term? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, I'm going to own me a business.
All right, good enough. TJ Jones, Myrtle Beach High, now heading off to Kentucky to play for the Wildcats.
TJ and Kentucky all smiles. As for the South Carolina Gamecocks recruiting class, it's highlighted by Mr. Football, Shaq Roland, who made it official at Lexington High this morning. Roland, along with Dillon's Quinton Smith, are expected to be immediate impact players in South Carolina's receiving corps. Roland was a Shrine Bowler as well as an Under Armour All-American and was rated among the top 100 prospects in the nation, playing for former Myrtle Beach coach Scott Early. He spoke about his time in Orlando playing with the nation's best and getting some help from a former NFL star.
Keyshawn Johnson was there, and he worked with the receivers, so he gave me a few tips on how to get off press coverage and all of that, so I think that's going to really help me. He told me they was in need for a receiver to replace Alshon as far as his position, and they think I can make an impact early.
Steve Spurrier's recruiting class rated 16th by ESPN.com nationally. A number of services have USC in the 10 to 15 range. Spurrier today talking about the Gamecock signees in Columbia, including a Pennsylvania quarterback who USC has high hopes on.
We got a lot of bodies to work with, but there is some very talented players here. Four parade All-Americans. I don't know if we've ever signed four before. But Darius English, Brandon Nosovich, Shaq Roland, and Brock Stadnick were parade All-Americans. Brendan Nosovich, he's an interesting quarterback. He broke all the records up in Pennsylvania. Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, I think had held some of them. And so he's the all-time leading passer in state history up there. And he was only a three-star. I asked GA or somebody, I said, how come he's only a three-star? He made parade All-American, broke all these records. And they said, well, they didn't go to all these camps all over the country to get rated by whoever does all that kind of stuff. So anyway, Brendan, we think, is really a good passer that is going to help us down the road here whenever. We'll see when that happens. But other than that, another thing I like about all these players, every player that officially committed to us stuck. We didn't have any defections or anything like that. So it was neat. They all stuck with us from the beginning. And statistics show that players that stick to their commitment usually stick in college. Those that change around 2 or 3 times, a lot of times they change colleges too.
Meanwhile, Clemson secured a number of in-state stars, including Daniel defensive lineman Shaq Lawson, who was named defensive MVP of the North-South All-Star game right here in Myrtle Beach. Lawson had 9 sacks in his senior year. He's ready to become part of the Clemson defense under new coordinator Brent Venables.
It feel good to join back with my teammates like Deshaun Williams and Nuke Hawkins, so it feel good. So maybe we can win a national championship down there together.
Clemson's recruiting class is ranked 7th nationally by ESPN.com, giving Dabo Swinney back-to-back top 10 recruiting classes. The Clemson head man all smiles talking about the 2012 recruiting crop in Death Valley this afternoon.
These are guys that obviously have a lot of different choices, a lot of opportunities, a lot of really great schools to choose from, and And you know, when they choose Clemson, it's exciting because that means to me that they believe in what we're trying to do and that they get it, and they want to be a part of it. Just thinking back last night, you know, we signed our first class February of '09. Y'all remember those guys, and now we've just signed another top 10 class for the second time in a row, and you know, just kind of another one of those hurdles that we, you know, are kind of knocking down as we continue to build this program.
Coastal Carolina and new head coach Joe Moglia had a short window of recruiting. They were able to sign 11 players, but none from the state of South Carolina. You can see the full list of CCU signees on CarolinaLive.com. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll continue our signings with 3 Conway Tigers on their way to Newberry. You're watching WPDE's Signing Day Special. Welcome back to WPDE's Signing Day 2012 special. We had just one local player sign in the FCS ranks, and that's for Myrtle Beach High. Defensive back Daquarius Wilson on his way to North Carolina Central to play for the Eagles. Wilson made the Shrine Bowl, was selected to the all-zone team here at WPDE. He had 124 tackles in his senior season, including 4 sacks and 4 picks. He also had 4 TD catches as a wide receiver.
I have other offers, but I chose in North Carolina Central because, you know, it's me all around. You know, as I told you before, you know, academically, and when I went there, it felt like home. So it feels like home, that's where I'm going.
Conway High offensive lineman Bernard Brooks is part of a trio of Tigers heading to Newberry College to play for the Wolves. Brooks, 6'4", 285-pounder, a WPDE All-Zone pick. He was one of Conway's team captains. He played in the North-South All-Star game.
Well, when we got there, I kind of liked it as soon as we stepped on campus because it had a classic look to it. And it's a small school, and I kind of like that everybody knows everybody. And I feel you can learn more at a small school because there's not that much kids, and you can actually get one-on-one time with teachers and stuff.
But you've already won the Best Dressed Signee of 2012.
Well, actually, I was thinking about this since last week, what I was going to wear. And then last night, I was putting it together. I was calling my dad, asking if he knew where the shoes at for this suit. And he told me to wear a white suit. But then again this morning, he told me to wear this suit right here.
Nice duds indeed. Conway's Cole Watson made his choice over the weekend to play at Newberry. He is an excellent route runner with great hands. In his senior season at Conway High, Watson 35 catches, 6 of them for touchdowns. The son of former Coastal Carolina assistant Drew Watson is playing at his dad's alma mater now.
I'm going to play receiver, obviously, but I'm not sure what, you know, if I'm going to redshirt, inside receiver, outside receiver. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'll just do whatever, you know, helps them the most. And I'm going to study, you know, PE, sports management. PE will be my major, and you know, because I plan on coaching after that. So.
Wow, you're going to be a better coach than your dad?
I'm going to try.
Shrine Bowler Robert Nelson, a defensive back out of Conway, is the 3rd Tiger to go to Newberry. Nelson has great instincts. The 175-pounder led Conway in tackles in his senior year with 126 stops. He's excited to be joining his 2 teammates in the Division II ranks.
Yeah, it's going to be a good experience. I mean, I can always look back at Cole and Bernard, and I know they got my back. So Newberry it's a small school. I like it. I get to know people there. So whenever I go there, I just have fun.
Georgetown defensive lineman LeeShawn Cromedy has inked with North Greenville. He provides plenty of pressure on the quarterback and is quick to the ball. Cromedy had 90 tackles in his senior season, including 3 sacks. The 250-pounder impressed many at the North-South All-Star game. He was a big reason why Georgetown finished 7-4 with a trip to the 3A state playoffs.
North Greenville is a beautiful place, beautiful campus. And they work hard in the weight room. They work hard on the field. That's what really made my decision by. They play hard. They like the defense that I play. I play hard just like them, so that's what I want to do.
Time for us to take another break. When we come back, we'll visit with 4 Carolina Forest Panthers who signed. That's when Signing Day 2012 continues right after this. Welcome back to Signing Day 2012 here on News Channel 15. Drew Hummel's Carolina Forest Panthers were busy. 4 players putting pen to paper. Get started with wide receiver Jarvez Holmes, who signed with Georgia Military. According to Carolina Forest head coach Drew Hummel, Holmes was placed at Georgia Military by the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets of the ACC. Holmes, a wide receiver who can also play defensive back. The 2-time All-Zoner played in the North-South All-Star game. He caught 7 TD passes, had 5 picks in his senior season for the Forest.
I chose Georgia Military. And I chose him because it'll be better for my future on the field and off the field. Becoming a better.
What are we going to study there?
Computer engineering.
Another Carolina four-star signing with Lewisburg Junior College in North Carolina. Aaron Williams was placed there by Elon of the FCS ranks. Williams earned a spot on the All-Zone team as a DB, but he also caught 8 touchdown passes to go with 4 interceptions in his senior year. Big time and exciting time for Aaron Williams.
It's a good school. The coaches make you feel like you're right down the street from your house. And it's down the street from my hometown, Wilmington, North Carolina. So I feel good having my parents come there to watch me play.
And we stay with the Carolina Forest theme. Linebacker Christian Lewis signing with Tusculum College in Tennessee. Lewis, 104 tackles and 8 sacks in his senior year at the Forest. 6'4", 205-pounder now on his way to Tusculum.
When I talked to the coach, he basically said, you know, when I got up there, he's going to put in some packages for me because I play defensive end, a little bit of outside linebacker. I might get some play time in that.
Carolina Forest QB Danny Daly threw for more than 2,100 yards in his senior season. He had a high quarterback efficiency rating, throwing 26 touchdown passes with only 4 interceptions. Daly is taking his talents to Methodist College in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Just from the moment I met Coach Goss, just the first thing out of his mouth to me was nothing about football. It was academics. And when I went on my visit, he showed me what they did academically, and I just really like what they did academically and just what they do. And I met some of the players, and I really like it. It's a great group of guys up there.
Congratulations, 4 Carolina Forest Panthers signing here on signing day. We're going to head for home now, wrap up our signing day coverage when we return. We've got 2 more Dillon Wildcats putting pen to paper. That's when we return. And we wrap up our signing day coverage tonight with 4 more players who signed today, starting with Waccamaw's Nick Davis, heading to prep school to play for Greenville Tech. Davis, a savvy player at 5'7", 160 pounds. He makes up for that lack of size with ability. He's played every position on the field for the Warriors, and now he's going to college to play running back.
Well, I'm just excited for going to any college and just trying to go there, get my grades up, and just play football, get bigger. And then from there on, you never know what can happen.
Tell me what position you're going to play, because you played so many different positions at Waccamaw.
Right now, just I know from like slot position, maybe a little defensive back, or not really sure yet. Find out when I get up there.
South Florence wide receiver and defensive back Octavia Richardson signed with Southern Tech. That's a prep school in Charlotte, North Carolina. Richardson had 39 catches, 9 of them for touchdowns. And we've got 2 more Dillon Wildcats who signed. Let's get started with Kevin Lynch, the great defensive back, heading to Hutchinson Community College in Kansas. Lynch plans to hone his skills at the Kansas school before moving to D1. North-South All-Star, a hard hitter, and excellent in coverage.
Well, I know I got to play hard-nosed football like I do in Dillon, you know. Everything in Dillon is play hard, WL, so that's what I'm going to try to do.
And what about studies?
Oh, got to get in the classroom. That's what Coach Roberts tells us. Every year we in school, get in the classroom, so that's what I got to do.
Dillon defensive end Archie Gilchrist is heading to Kansas to play at Dodge City Community College. This athletic lineman made 80 tackles in his senior season at Dillon.
I chose Dodge City Community College because I want to play linebacker more. Put my hand down in the dirt, the end. I thought it was the best fit for me to go ahead and go get my grades and stuff right, transfer to a D1 college.
Quinton Smith, maybe the big headline from our area, signing with the South Carolina Gamecocks. Earlier this summer, News Channel 15's Mark Haggard went one-on-one with Quinton at our End Zone Media Day to learn more about the young man who will be catching balls at Williams-Brice Stadium for the next 4 years.
All right, we're back in Hagg's Film Lab with Quinton Smith, wide receiver for the Dillon Wildcats. You took a lot of pressure off yourself, already committing to the Gamecocks before your senior season even started.
Yes, sir. I figure me going ahead and getting it out the way so I can focus on our team goals and my schoolwork more now.
Gamecocks. Have you met Alshon Jeffrey?
Yes, sir. I had a chance to talk to him and some of the receivers around there. and nice guys. I mean, a good group to be around.
What do you run the 40 in?
Last time I was close, it was like 4 or 5. 4 or 5.
Okay. All right. You trying to get that speed a little bit faster?
Yeah, just a little bit.
What else? What about your leaping ability? What's your vertical?
It was I had a 30-inch vertical leap. We still working on that. Try to get that more up there so we can do more jump
but
balls.
see, the thing is, your vertical's not as important because of your height.
Yes, sir.
You're a pretty long receiver.
Yes, it's one of the big advantages of my game, my height and my length, so I try to use it.
Let's talk about playing for Coach Jackie Hayes. He's a legendary coach.
Yes, he's a great coach. Been around for many years, and he's like a father figure to us now. And I mean, we know the things that he does, and we know the things he does and what he expects us to do. So I mean, he don't really have to ask for too much because he knows what he's gonna get out of our players.
You're not there yet, but there's one guy from Dillon that was a better receiver than you. You know who I'm talking about? Derek Hamilton. Are you as good as Derek? He was awfully good.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know Derek?
Yes, that's my first cousin.
Right.
And I mean, it's hard to compare because I mean, we kind of bring the same tools to the table.
You're a little bit bigger than him.
Yeah, but he has the speed thing over me, so I mean, we always get in a little competition thing of how his high school career went, and he's telling me what to expect from college.
All right, Gamecock.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much for stopping in.
You are.
I know Gamecock fans are going to be very excited to see Quinton Smith play. That body frame reminds me a lot of Alshon Jeffrey. Congratulations now to all of our signees. A reminder, you can see the full list of local signings as well as their interviews. Just log on to CarolinaLive.com and click on sports. For Mark Haggard, I'm Rich Crampanis. Thanks so much for watching WPDE's Signing Day 2012.